How much must it suck to be a Democrat right now? There is nothing that you can do to stop this man's momentum. It has been basically a decade that he has been in politics now full time, and there's nothing they can do. Now he gets back into office for the second time, and he just now recorded his highest approval rating ever, something that has never been done to this level. And now he's just had even more economic wins that I'm about to share with you right now regarding inflation. But before we get into it, my name is Clayton Keirns from TrendingPolitics.com. Please make sure to like this video. It really helps us out so much, and it takes 1 second. Just do that real quick, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're coming out with a lot of good content all week, every week. So let's get right into it. First, right off the top, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. According to the White House here, the Rapid Response Team, the national average for gas has declined for 4 straight weeks, with the majority of states seeing an average of prices below $3 a gallon. What has changed? It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, he's only 50 days in, and this man is already doing this. We're not going to go through every single state, but let's look at some of these here. Alabama. 1 year ago, it was $3.18. Today, it is $2.74. And the record was $4.63 under Joe Biden in 2022. Alaska, once again, a high in during Biden's term of $3.80 1 year ago, and now $3.39. Let's go to a few more swing states. Arizona, a year ago, it was $3.71. Now it's $3.34. California, this is a big one. A year ago, it was $4.90, and it is now $4.66. All of these states have seen a decline. Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois. And all we can say is we told you so. I mean, everyone else, all the Democrats are shouting from the rooftops right now saying, oh my gosh, everyone is having regrets about voting for Trump. I don't think anyone is. We all voted for lower prices, and it's happening. And oh my gosh, it took 50 full days. I had personal friends of mine who are anti-Trumpers who after like a week or two, they're like, wow, I guess I thought Trump was going to lower prices. I thought he was going to do X. I thought he was going to do Y. And I'm like, have you not seen how fast this man is moving? Do you really think it's just as easy as snapping a finger and undoing all of the damage that Biden did to our economy? But gas is not the only place it stopped. Oh no, another huge drop in egg prices today, March 17th, on January 21st, 2025, a day after Trump re-entered office, $6.55 per dozen. On March 17th, today, $3.45. This man has almost cut egg prices in half, 47.3%, according to the USDA National Shell Egg Index report. That is a daily report. At this point, I don't really know what kind of excuses the left even has anymore. I mean, this here is the actual data. And yeah, in some states, especially the liberal states, these egg prices might be higher. But on an average, there is a huge decline. And I don't really know what liberals are going to say now. It's like, no, well, that was Biden. Guys, no, it's over. They might as well just give up at this point because there's nothing they can say. And the best part about this is that all of this news is reaching local news stations, okay? Which many of them have been always anti-Trump over the past few years. But across central Pennsylvania, gas prices are hovering around $3.12 a gallon, nearly 40 cents cheaper than last year. And this was on a local news channel. Take a look.
West Manchester Township is full of activity as drivers race to take advantage of cheaper gas prices.
Very happy to see the results of it coming down.
Over the past few weeks, gas stations across Carlisle Road have seen their gas prices steadily drop below $3 a gallon. Wawa selling the cheapest gas at $2.74 a gallon. Drivers say they are watching the price drop with delight and taking advantage of the savings.
It's a great and well-deserved relief that everybody, I'm sure, can company too.
We have a war here. When one goes dropping, the other one's dropping, man. It's unbelievable.
Across the region, gas prices are hovering around $3.12 a gallon, which is nearly 40 cents cheaper compared to last year. Donnie Lee Spiegel with AAA Central Penn says the dip can be partly attributed to the decrease in oil prices.
So as the production increases, our demand has been on point for this time of year.
West Manchester.
And this is exactly what President Trump was talking about 2 Sundays ago with Maria Bartiromo of Fox News. He's like, I wanted energy prices to come down. I wanted these prices to come down. And it's all finally starting to happen. All you need is a little bit of patience. But the main reason I wanted to show you that video is because imagine being in that swing state of Pennsylvania. And first of all, now you're visually seeing the gas prices come down. Even if you're a Kamala Harris voter, you're sitting there saying, hey, I mean, what else can we say? I know I voted for Kamala, but at the end of the day, Trump was bringing gas prices down. This is powerful. This is what opens people's eyes. Also, in Austin, Texas, this one is only a 25-second clip. Take a look. The national wholesale price of eggs fell for the 3rd week in a row.
The national wholesale price of eggs fell for the 3rd week in a row, and the USDA reports the average price now sits at $4.15 per dozen. And that's down from $8 just 2 weeks ago. So it's going in the right direction, right? Officials point to fewer bird flu outbreaks and a decline in customer demand. The Justice Department is now looking into major egg producers over the price hikes.
And so also, what she didn't mention was the millions and millions of chickens that were culled during the Biden administration right before President Trump took office, which had a huge effect on the supply and demand. Turns out that when you don't cull millions of chickens, it's a lot better situation for the consumer. But that doesn't stop the Democrats. Even though we just showed you that egg prices are going down, gas prices are going down. In fact, all of the top inflation indexes are going down. That doesn't stop Democrats from lying. I mean, they just look at what's happening, and even though it's a fact that these prices are going down, they turn around and say, no, the prices are still going up. The prices are still going up. And they don't get fact-checked. Isn't that just the craziest thing? You would think after a decade of this, they would learn, but no, it's just in their playbook. So here is Hakeem Jeffries lying for a straight up minute when the Truflation data shows that it has been falling ever since President Trump came into office. Take a look.
We have the Republicans on the run on 3 different issues.
Okay.
3 different issues. We have them on the run with respect to the economy. Donald Trump and House Republicans promised that they were going to lower the high cost of living.
Wow, this is news to me. They promised they were going to lower the high cost of living, and that's exactly what's happening? Surely you're not just going to sit there and lie for the next 40 seconds, right?
But instead, costs haven't gone down. They've gone up. Inflation is going up. Why? Because Donald Trump and Republicans haven't been focused on doing anything to lower the high cost of living. Not a single bill, not a single executive action, not a single administrative order. We, as House Democrats, have to make sure we forcefully make the case to everyday Americans that we are trying to build an affordable economy. We know that costs are too high, and we know that people are struggling to live paycheck to paycheck, and that should never happen in the wealthiest country in the history of the world. We got to hold the line as it relates to the economic narrative, and we see that Trump's poll numbers are collapsing in that regard.
So, okay, everything he just said was wrong. I don't know if there's any Star Wars fans out there, but there was a meme going around years ago of Luke Skywalker just looking and says, everything you just said was wrong. We just showed you how prices of eggs are falling, how prices of gas is falling, how inflation is falling. Yet Jeffries is going to go on MSNBC and look at the camera directly in the face and say, prices are going up. Trump has done nothing to lower prices. I don't really know what else to say to this other than if you have a Democrat friend who still believes this, please send them this video. And also, if you're still watching this, please like this video so that it gets amplified in the YouTube algorithm. The fact that this information like this on MSNBC is just allowed to go without being checked is actually disgusting. So if you want the truth out there, please make sure to like this video and comment below YouTube loves to see engagement and interaction and a thriving community. So please, if you want this data to be spread far and wide, please make sure to do so. This was a funny meme out there. You guys know how Elon, basically was making all of the government departments send one simple email per week saying everything that they did in a week, 5 things that they accomplished. Well, this meme here was going viral. 700,000 views. Says, "Dear Elon, here are 5 things I accomplished this week. Won the Gulf Championship, killed the leader of ISIS, deported planes full of gang members, lowered gas, eggs, and inflation, set up Russia and Ukraine ceasefire." President Trump with him on a laptop. This is just hilarious. And as I said, let me bring this poll up here. Trump just hit the highest approval he's ever had, as more Americans say the U.S. is on track more than any time in 20 years. How does this happen? Let's take a look at this article here for a few minutes. Okay, let me make sure you can see it. All right, it's beautifully cropped. So let me pause this video. And so at the end of the day, like I said, Trump ties his highest approval he's ever had. 3 months into his second term, President Trump hit the highest approval rating he's ever had as commander-in-chief, while more Americans say the country is on the right track than at any point since 2004. That's the good news. The bad news is that Trump has still not won over a majority of Americans. 54% say they disapproved of his handling of the economy, which, again, these people must be ill-informed because, as we just said, all of these prices are going down. So this poll, I'm not going to sugarcoat what the MSNBC poll said, but how does he have the highest approval rating he's ever had, yet 54% say they disapprove on the economy? I really think some of these pollsters just phrase questions in such a way that allow it to be like a mixed bag, because it says, even so, the survey found that voters generally feel that Trump is bringing the right kind of change on key issues, even tariffs. That's despite the stock market sell-off. So I think anything that people can point to say oh my gosh, President Trump might, he's being we don't approve of him on the economy. That's just because their portfolios are experiencing a little bit of short-term pain. But President Trump has said all along, there might be just some short-term pain, but it's going to be okay. And me personally, I don't think that this short-term pain is going to last a lot longer. As of right now, it's 12:09, so the market is going to close here in just about 50 minutes as I'm recording this, and the markets are up again. Okay, the S&P 500 as I speak is up 1%. The Dow is up 1.14%. The NASDAQ is up 0.8%. The Russell 2000 is up 1.43%, and gold is somehow even up another 0.2%. Hit the $3,000 mark, which is just absolutely insane. So the S&P 500 is, just doing fine today. Obviously, it's a very volatile market, but once people start seeing their portfolios have a little bit of relief, I guarantee that economic number is going to rise. People are very, very up and down based on how much red they see in their portfolio. But overall, somehow through it all, and all of the propaganda, President Trump still has an incredible approval rating. So, must really suck to be a Democrat right now. As I said at the beginning of this video, if you enjoyed this, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out so much. You have no idea. And go check out our channel for other content. We actually are just published another deep dive from Mike Lusso, and he's talking about the stock market crash and how it's actually might be by design in order to trick the Fed into lowering interest rates. And Trump only has until June to get us out of disaster. So it's actually live on our channel right now. Please make sure to go watch that. We just published it. And I will be talking to you very, very shortly. If you're still watching this and you haven't subscribed, come on. We know you like the content. Just subscribe and definitely give us a like. You have no idea how much it helps us, especially because we need to get this information out there. We cannot let the left just be able to say whatever they want, like Hakeem Jeffries goes on MSNBC and just says literally whatever he wants. We can't let that happen. Let's be a force of nature against the media and all of the lies and propaganda that they tell every single day for the last however many years. So, Clayton Keirns here, signing off, and I'll talk to you next time.